You always act like you did all this by yourself.
Did all what?
This. This house. This life. Everything you got.
Terrence, choose your next sentence carefully.
Now let me tell you why Monique was looking at that man like he had lost all home training. Because Terrence was standing in a house Monique bought before he ever lived there. And somehow, somewhere along the way, he forgot that. Monique had wanted a house for years, not some mansion. She wasn't trying to have 12 bedrooms and a fountain in the driveway. She wanted 3 bedrooms, a little yard, a kitchen she could change without asking a landlord for permission, and most importantly, something with her name on it. But there was one little problem. Monique's credit had a testimony. And not the testimony where everybody stands up and claps. I'm talking about the kind where you pull the report and say, okay, who was making these decisions? Then you remember. Oh, me. There were late payments, a couple collections, and one credit card from her 20s that Monique apparently thought somebody else was responsible for paying. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Then the bill came and she was looking at it offended. Like, why is it this high? Girl, you know why. But older Monique had to clean up what younger Monique left behind. So she got serious. She started paying things off. She started saving. She picked up extra hours. She stopped going on every trip her friends planned. And she finally admitted something that had been costing her a whole lot of money. Her emotional support store was Target. Bad day? Target. Good day? Target. Bored? Target. Needed toothpaste? Somehow she came home with 2 candles, a blanket, 3 little baskets, a plant she did not need, and forgot the toothpaste. So she tightened up. Then she did the thing she really did not want to do. She moved back in with her mama. Now, if you have ever been grown and moved back home, you already know. Nothing will remind you whose house you are in faster than a mama. Monique could manage people at work, pay her own car note, handle insurance, file taxes, whole-grown woman. But the minute she walked back into her mama's house, Monique, turn that light off. Monique, why is this cup in my sink? Monique, you gonna eat this chicken or not? Ma'am, I am 34, her mama said. And? Fair enough. So Monique stayed and saved. Every payday, money went away. She watched her credit score slowly climb, 5 points, 8 points, down 3, up 11. She was checking that score so much, you would have thought it was going to send her an encouraging text. Girl, hang in there. We almost at 700. Then one afternoon, the lender called, approved. Monique sat in her car holding the phone, quiet. The woman on the other end finally said, Ms. Monique, are you still there? Monique said, yes, and started crying. She called her mama. Mama started screaming, then mama started crying. Then Monique cried harder. And because mothers apparently cannot allow a beautiful moment to happen without sneaking in one lesson, her mama said, see, I told you to stop wasting all that money. Mama, can we celebrate first? Just 30 seconds, please. Closing day came. Monique signed her name so many times she started questioning whether she had been spelling it correctly her whole life. Sign here, initial there, sign again, initial again. Then somebody slid those keys across the table, her keys. Monique drove straight to that house, opened the door, walked inside, and there was almost nothing in there. No couch, no dining table, no pictures on the walls, just empty rooms. She sat right down on that living room floor with some takeout. Her purse on one side, those keys on the other, and she cried. Because sometimes an empty room can still be full of every overtime shift, every no she had to tell herself, every payment, every sacrifice, every night at her mama's house, every time she almost gave up. That room was empty, but Monique knew exactly what it cost to get there. And Terrence came later. Let me say that again, later. Monique fixed the credit. Monique saved the money. Monique got approved. Monique went to closing. Monique got the keys. Monique sat on that floor. Then, Terrence moved in. Now, I'm not saying Terrence never contributed anything. That would not be fair. He paid bills. He helped around the house. He became part of the life they were building together. Fine. Give the man his flowers where they belong. But baby, flowers do not come with ownership of the whole garden. And apparently Terrence got confused, because 1 year later, he is standing in Monique's kitchen talking about, "You wouldn't have any of this without me." Sir, this house had an address before your socks had a drawer. And here is the part that really got me. Monique said for just a few seconds, she almost believed him. That is how quickly somebody else's confidence can make you question your own memory. She almost forgot the overtime, forgot the credit report, forgot saving, forgot moving home, forgot the lender, forgot closing, forgot sitting on that floor alone, before Terrence ever had a key. Then Monique told me something. She said, "I had to remember what was true before he got there." Now hold that sentence, because a few nights later I'm reading Genesis. First page, first chapter, first verse. And it says, "In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth." And all I could hear was Monique. I had to remember what was true before he got there. In the beginning, God. Before Adam got here, God. Before Eve, God. Before that serpent slid into the conversation with his little questions, God. Before the fruit, before the hiding, before the blame, before Cain started acting up, before anybody in Genesis had enough time to make one single booty decision, God was already there. And that made me think. Because Terrence is not always a man standing in somebody's kitchen. Sometimes Terrence is fear. Sometimes Terrence is rejection. Sometimes Terrence is grief. Sometimes Terrence is that relationship that ended 15 years ago, but somehow still gets an opinion about every relationship you have today. Sometimes it is one mistake, one bad year, one thing somebody did to you, one thing somebody said about you when you were young, and that thing showed up later, got comfortable, moved some furniture around, and started acting like it had always been there. Fear got a key. Shame started getting mail. Rejection changed the curtains. Trauma somewhere changing the Wi-Fi password like, "This my house now." Baby, no. You might have been here a long time. You might have changed some things. You might have left some mess we are still cleaning up. But you were not here first. And maybe that is what caught me about Genesis 1:1. It does not start with the mess. It starts with God. In the beginning, God. So let me ask you something. What showed up later in your life, but has been acting like it was there from the beginning? Maybe it is fear, divorce, grief, rejection, shame, a relationship, a mistake, something from childhood. You do not have to put all your business in these comments. We are not doing forced testimony over here. But if you want to join the conversation, give me one word, just one. Because maybe some of us need to remember what Monique had to remember. That thing may have a chapter, but it does not get chapter 1. That's my 2 cents. Tea served. Receipts attached. Go read your Bible. Receipts, Genesis, chapter 1, verse 1.